If there is one thing that I really, really like to do, is to give the most inflammatory comments on the internet to gather myself more hate than I already have. So, this week I've been feeling very, very, very spicy. I want to make sure that people hate me. So it all started with me doing a video on my original channel, the Ivan Ortega channel, talking about Daredevil Born Again, and then talking about the Critical Drinkers movie and everything. So I don't know if those videos are gonna be up by the time this video is up, but anyways, those are some of the videos that I'm doing, and those are like kind of hot takes. So it inspired me. If people are gonna hate me on my channel because I'm talking about those things, might as well people hate me on this channel. Yeah, let's bring it. I haven't done a video like this in a while, but I do have my hot takes from time to time. I remember I did a video talking about my hot takes in anime, and I decided, you know what, might as well. Let's do one again. Let's anger some people. So I'm not gonna beat around the bush. These are my 2024, 25 hot takes in anime as of right now. Let's begin with a simple one. I can already feel the heat. All right, Dragon Ball Daima. My hot take when it comes to Dragon Ball Daima, now that I finished it, is that a lot of people do say that Daima was like, oh, this is the last thing Akira Toriyama did, and he did it with love. I have a suspicion that Akira Toriyama did work on it, but not towards the end. I think his vision was of one of like making Goku like small again and go on an adventure, but towards the end it feels like Toriyama did not work on it, and that the producers were like, let's bring back the classics, like let's make people that loved GT happy again. And honestly, I didn't like Daima that much. It's serviceable, but towards the end where you get, like, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, I guess, Goku in Super Saiyan 4. We got Vegeta. This is not Vegeta, I know, but we get Vegeta in Saiyan 3, and everything happens so undeserving. There's no build up to it. It's just like it feels very manipulative. It feels that there's a lot of manipulation on Dragon Ball Daima to really hit that really like core audience that loved GT. So honestly, for me, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I feel like people that say, "Oh well, I'm gonna like it just because it's the last thing that Toriyama did." Like, yeah, that's fair and point and everything, but let's be honest, it's not good. It's not good. All right, next hot take. This is getting better and better. Blue Lock Season 2, or as many people call it, PNG Lock. They say that Blue Lock Season 2 is fucking horrible because of the animation. And I'm here to say no. Season 2 is good. Season 2 of Blue Lock is good, in my opinion. Yes, the animation is atrocious. It's 100% atrocious. But if you can get past that, it's literally good. Like it's good. I like it. I quite enjoyed this season. Um, yes, of course the animation sucks and everything, but I feel like the story is there, and people do tend to have very like particular like vision about the animation. Like if the animation is good, then they cannot enjoy like the story and everything. So it's just like, bitch, is good. Like the story is there. So, and I feel like the story on season 2 is good enough and exciting enough to where I can look past the animation. you know? So, anyways, I feel like people that say that season 2 of Blue Lock is just it's bad just because of the animation itself, then you need to re-examine yourself. And speaking of animation, I'm telling you, these are getting better and better. Solo leveling, dude. Solo leveling. Let's talk about solo leveling. It's not good. I don't care for the animation on solo leveling. The fights are good, I guess. Like the fights are cool, but the series is not good. Like I don't get when people are like, "Oh, dude, solo leveling anime of the year." Yes, the animation is fantastic, great. The fights are great, but I can tell you, never watching solo leveling season one. I haven't watched season two, but never watching season one was I like, dude, I'm invested in this fight. Like I want Jinjo or whatever his name is. I want him to win. I feel for him. I'm rooted with him. No, I couldn't care less about this fucking edge lord. Like once he becomes like fucking edge lord of like, oh, my heart it's entrailed with darkness, and I am losing my humanity, and I am dark, and I'm broody, and I'm powerful as fuck, and all the girls want me. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, I could not care. Like, I think he's such a like people complain about Bella Swan from the Twilight series because she's just a blank slate. This bitch is the same thing. Like he is on the same level as Bella Swan for me. And yeah, the fights are cool, but for me, in order to care for a fight, I need to care for what the fight is or what it represents or the characters, and I want the character to win or whatever. Like you want to talk about like really good fights that I was like really invested. The fights in oh fuck, the fights in Windbreaker, are like not even a tenth of the fights in solo leveling. But I would take the fights in Windbreaker any day over the fights in solo leveling. I really couldn't care less about like flashy stuff and everything when I don't care about the protagonist or the story that I think is barely existent. Um, so for me, there are way better fights even in Windbreaker than in solo leveling, or there are better fights in fucking Spy Family than in solo leveling, because for me a fight is not just the flashy stuff, is like what the fight means, what it represents. Yes, I'm loving it. And speaking of animation, let's go with the next one. Sakamoto Days. Now, I've heard a plethora. Well, I've seen a lot of videos that say Sakamoto Days. What happened? What went wrong with Sakamoto Days and shit like that? Well, let me tell you what went wrong with Sakamoto Days. The fucking audience. That's what went wrong. Um, a lot of people are trashing or have been trashing Sakamoto Days because the animation is not like up here with like solo leveling or Demon Slayer and stuff like that. And all I gotta say is like, dude, no. The animation is fine. The fights are okay. Like, yes, it's nothing like groundbreaking, but to have a series like this where it's charming. Like the series doesn't take itself seriously. And the series is charming enough and like good enough to where it's good. It's good. It's a good series. The animation is fine. The fights are fine. Like, yes. I wasn't expecting like Demon Slayer type of like fights on this thing. Like Demon Slayer does need like flashy fights. I'm not saying that Demon Slayer is carried by the animation, but the animation does help it a lot. And I feel like Sakamoto doesn't need that type of animation to be good. I think it's good enough. I was rooting for every character. I was able to make bond with the characters. Like it's good. And whoever says that Sakamoto is like went wrong because of the animation, ah, stupid. All right, another one. This is gonna be a quick one, and I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of people that will agree or disagree with me because I don't think a lot of people have seen it. And it comes with Metalist. I watched Metalist, and I've heard so many people talk about how Metalist is such a good series. It's a breath of fresh air and everything. And for me, Metalist is the definition of bland. Like this was one of the most bland series I've ever seen. I felt nothing for no one, and I feel like the coach, he is annoying as fuck. Now, I saw this on Disney Plus, and they didn't have a Japanese option, and I think the dub actor for the coach is so exaggerated and so creepy that it really diminished my enjoyment of the series. So for anyone that says that Metalist is like a fantastic series and the new coming of Jesus Christ, I'm here to say no, it's bland as fuck. And the coach is creepy. Mark my words. That's it. So, anyways, now on that, let's talk about another series, Ranma and a half. Now, we've been witness of a lot of reboots happening lately. And this is one reboot. And here's my hot take with this. This is better than the original. Just said it. I said it. Mark my words. The original series is good, and obviously it became an instant classic in Mexico for a reason. I don't think it did that well in Japan actually, but it did numbers in Mexico, and it's good. But this series improves it. It makes it so much better, and it's so vibrant and good. So it is possible. That's my hot take. It is possible that a reboot is better than the original, and Ranman have proved it. And on that same note, there's another reboot that also proved that can be better than the original, and that is Rurouni Kenshin Season 2. Season 1 is not that good. Season 1 is just like serviceable. That's fine, you know? But I feel like Rurouni Kenshin Season 2, the reboot, in a lot of ways surpasses the original. There's still points where I'm like, it still feels okay, where the original had way more heart. But in all honesty, I feel like overall, season 2 of Rurouni Kenshin reboot surpasses the same amount of episodes in like the original series. It surpasses it, and it's done better. There are still parts that I like about the original better, and trust me, I'm a purist when it comes to Rurouni Kenshin because that was like the anime that made me fall in love with anime and Japanese culture. So I'm very particular about it, and I'm here to say, for me, this one overall, there's points here and there, did it better. All right, that's it. Those are my hot takes of the moment. If you agree or disagree, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I don't care. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.